Hi everyone, welcome to Biology 224 COVID 2019 edition. Congratulations on making it this far. I know this is a very stressful time for everybody. We're going to do the best that we can. This recording and other recordings will be available at the YouTube channel we've directed you to on Blackboard. And note that there is no particular need or cause for concern if you are not available at a certain time of day, because we are all online for everything. You can watch and take this class at your own pace, as long as you're keeping up with every week's set of lectures and activities. No need to worry about switching sections or anything like that. We are going to be a mostly completely asynchronous course, except for office hours and exams. Okay, so the first video that I will show you is just going to be on the syllabus and other particulars of the course. So the syllabus is posted now on Blackboard. It is incredibly important right now, especially that you are logging into Blackboard regularly. This is also how homework will be deployed. And a lot of you have a lot of questions, plus you're just anxious for some other human interactions, understandably. So check out piazza.com, and this is not associated with a grade, but we do appreciate your activity on there. You can even share your memes, you can share Quizlets, you can share outside resources that you think are helpful. You can ask questions. All the TAs and SIs are also going to be on Piazza, so you can interact with them there. The YouTube channel, where you'll find this and all the other videos, is CSUSB Anatomy and Physiology. Please do check it out. You don't have to subscribe. It'd probably be helpful if you did. Don't worry, you're not going to accidentally make us money. Our channel is not monetized. So for 224, we assume that you understand the chemical basis of life and cell functions, including osmosis and diffusion, cell cycle, meiosis, mitosis, etc. And if those concepts are unfamiliar to you, or they seem like you had them too long ago to remember, do review chapters 2 and 3 in Martini. All of your laboratories are going to be conducted online. You have your lab section TA. Your lab TA is going to lead you through a Zoom recording session about how to interact with McGraw-Hill Connect software, what kinds of activities you can do. You can explore anatomy and physiology revealed on your own. There are also lots of helpful quizzes you can take there that are a good way to test your knowledge. Please get your contact information and everything else you need from your lab instructor, and all lab-related questions and issues should be directed to your particular instructor. As with lab and usual in-person situations, but especially now, independent study is definitely going to be required. So don't necessarily wait for your lab instructor to post everything that should be done in that week's lab. You can work ahead. You have the syllabus, you can look at the topic and explore everything you can find in the practice atlas and McGraw-Hill Connect's Anatomy and Physiology Revealed that's related to that. Previous instructor Kathleen Devlin put together a list of helpful terms that's available at this website here, KathleenDevlin.com. But do note that that is without context, so your TA will be there to help provide further context for those anatomical terms. As usual, I will not be producing any study guides. Students have previously done this and shared on Piazza, and that has worked out pretty well. As usual, exams are going to require integrative knowledge and understanding beyond basic recall memorization. As with 223 final exam, the exams will all be delivered online on Blackboard. We will provide more details closer to the date. Your final grades, congratulations, this is probably going to be the easiest offering of anatomy and physiology at Cal State San Bernardino ever. Your final letter grades are going to be based on the total number of points earned, as usual. Blackboard only records your points attempted, and therefore if you only attempted 500 points, you might get the wrong impression that 400 out of 500 points is going to be a good grade. But note that your grade is calculated out of 700 points. And as always, your grade is your own. We are merely calculators, so please, at the end of the quarter, do not barrage us with pleas for extra points. There are nearly 500 of you, and we have a lot to juggle this quarter, so please, if you have questions, use Piazza. Office hours will be conducted variously for your different instructors via Zoom, or I might do YouTube live stream. I think I've figured it out a little bit better. Please don't use the phone. We are not in our offices for the most part, and voicemail forwarding is pretty annoying. You can use email. I put my email in this particular slide, but Susan Lujan's email is luhans@csusb.edu. And again, if you don't receive an answer to your email, it's probably going to be deliberate unless I'm just getting too many emails. But if your question is one that can be answered by the syllabus or in the text, or is a general question that should be asked on Piazza, I will not respond. Okay, I just want to touch base on some of the things in the syllabus. I'm looking at it right now with you. Lecture times are not going to be at a particular time, and unusually this quarter we will also have some lectures being produced by our Palm Desert campus instructor, Melissa Inyagar. Sorry, Melissa, if I'm pronouncing your name wrong. I just realized I've only read it, I've never pronounced it. So Susan, Lujan, myself, and Melissa will all be posting lectures because it is actually quite a bit more time consuming to generate these lectures online. So we have had to pool our resources, so to speak. So you're going to have some pretty quality team-taught instruction this course. We will generally post lectures to Blackboard on Mondays and Wednesdays, if not sooner. Lecture materials might vary quite a bit in length. I personally am going to aim to keep each video about 15 to 20 minutes long, and that means for a given lecture you might have 2 or 3 of these short videos. Gonna skip the student learning outcomes. We're assuming that you already have Martini from 223. And if you don't, I think that this quarter it would probably be pretty helpful for you to have an electric or electronic or text version of this book. It is not necessary this quarter to purchase the lab manual, and in fact you do not need to purchase registration to McGraw-Hill Connect. If you have not done so already, and judging by the number of logins on McGraw-Hill Connect, there are over 100 of you that have not yet logged in, it is important that you do so. There is a time limit to how long you might access that website. So if you do not register by April 27th, you might be removed from the course. It is required that you have access to high-speed internet and a laptop or computer. If you do not have one of those items, as of now, the library was still able to loan out some laptops to students in need. But if you do need a laptop or computer, you must contact library resources and do that as soon as possible. If you only need access only, quote unquote, if you only need access to high-speed internet, you can still come on campus, but you have to remain in your vehicle and stay in your car. Doesn't that sound like fun? More info, Piazza Blackboard. Again, really, really important this quarter that you must log in regularly. Note the point breakdown this quarter is pretty simple. We don't have as many exams. We're going to have 1 midterm exam and 1 final exam and lecture. You will have 7 assignments, each worth 25 points. You will have unlimited attempts for those assignments, so it's simply a matter of getting the work done. You will have a lab final and you will have lab quizzes, but you will not have a lab midterm. The total number of points available for the course is 700 points. This is the easiest, most straightforward offering of this course ever. It's also not going to be the most helpful because we don't have an in-person lab. But because of this, this is a chance where you can pretty easily get a good grade. And I encourage you to stay on top of your work and do that. Note, as usual, because of the number of people enrolled in this course and the amount of management that it takes, we will not be able to reopen a lecture, quiz, or assignment for you if you miss the due date. So do not miss the due dates. This is a rough schedule. I know that dates seem pretty firmed up on this schedule. If anything, I'm more likely to keep the homeworks open longer for everybody so that you have more time to do those. Another important thing to note on this particular syllabus is the grade distribution for points. There's not going to be any plus or minuses in this course. It will simply be A, B, C, and then either F or no credit. And there's quite a wide distribution of points available for each of those letter grades. Due to annoying occurrences every quarter, I have to point this out, that if you have any requests for extra credit or getting bumped up to a higher letter grade, I reserve the right to review all of your homework and lab assignments and all of your exams and deduct discretionary points from your total value. So please, please, please do not do that to yourself. Whether or not we get to give you a no credit if you receive fewer than 400 points or an F is up to actions of Faculty Senate. So Faculty Senate has to vote that this course can receive A, B, C, and no credit. Currently, it is not able to do that. So if we are not able to pass that resolution in Faculty Senate, I will have to resort to giving people an F if they have fewer than 400 points, but I'd rather not do that. Your lecture schedule and reading assignments are all based on Martini and Rossi or Langman's embryology. So please do keep up with these. And again, note that different instructors have signed up for different lectures. So you might have a week with only one of us, and then you might not hear or see us for a couple weeks, but we'll come back. Your laboratory instructors are also going to be team teaching the course because they also have quite a bit of work ahead of them to prepare these videos. After the first week, your individual TA is going to lead you in an introduction to Connect and show you how to interact with Anatomy and Physiology Revealed and explain some basic organization of the torso. After that, an individual TA, noted in here in like NM is Nelson Membrano. So these folks are going to lead you in that week's activities. Nelson will upload a video to the YouTube channel that everybody will access to go over digestive system anatomy. Individual questions should be directed to your particular lab instructor. That's it for the syllabus.